Hey everybody, welcome back to another Judgment commentary of Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2, but today I'm going to be checking out Episode 3, and last time in Episode 2, Kaguya managed to get a little bit closer to Miyuki's sister, Kei, which is good for her. Initially, Kaguya just wanted to press her for information on what she could get Miyuki for his birthday, but by the end of things, they actually managed to get a little bit of a closer relationship. Which, funnily enough, is what Kaguya set out to do in the first place when she first met Kei. And it was just nice for Kaguya to get to, go out and spend some time with some friends, go shopping, do that kind of thing, because up until now, she has been deprived of that opportunity. And then, in one of the most wholesome segments that we've had of the entire series so far, Kaguya decides to just go out and get Miyuki a nice birthday cake so she can celebrate his birthday with him, and she goes a little bit overboard and gets like a magnificent 10-layer cake and hides it in the closet of the council room. Then she has a court case in her own mind regarding what she should do about it. Should she just cave into her feelings, admit how she feels about him, and give him the whole cake? Or should she just scrap the whole thing, go purely on logic here, and just forget it ever happened? But she found the best solution, which was to just give him one slice of the cake. Also, she gave him a very thoughtful present, which was this little custom fan with a nice quote on it that pertains to him. And that scene, honestly, it was nice. Just seeing Kaguya and Miyuki have such a genuine moment right there. And then, of course, they both attempt to use that nice moment to try to one-up the other one and get them to confess. Very, very nice. But that doesn't cheapen the moment at all. If anything, it enhances it for me. And also, near the end of the episode, there was a little bit of a musical motif referencing You Spin Me Round, which is interesting. I immediately noticed that, but one of you confirmed it in the comments that was in fact what they were doing, and that's pretty cool. I like that song. And apparently they do that kind of thing frequently, where they add little motifs to other songs in there, which I'm down for that. Anywho, I'd say that's enough chitter-chatter. For now, let's just begin with episode 3. What do you say? Even if their tenure at the student council was up, you knew they were gonna find a way to spend time together, because that's literally the name of the show, man. That's just what they do. But I didn't know if that necessarily meant that they were going to join up in the council again, or if there was gonna be something else, but nah, I like it this way. He's just gonna run for a student council once again. I mean, there's no guarantee he'll win, obviously. I mean, there's a chance he'll lose, right? Doubtful, because he's the most popular kid around. Right up there with Kaguya, so how could he lose? I don't know, man, but this was such a nice episode. Just starting off strong with that moon-gazing moment there. Where apparently Miyuki from a young age has just always been interested in looking up at the stars. And he was so fixated on looking up at the stars and at the moon that he was just not paying any attention at all to how he was interacting with Kaguya, and unintentionally playing right into her hands, while also conversely screwing up her plan at the same time. He was unintentionally one step ahead of her. A very real thing to get so invested in something you're interested in that you just kinda zone out on everything else. And then right after you're done zoning out and you realize everything you just said and did, oh man! You gotta go right into window cleaning mode and blast your embarrassment right out through the stratosphere via Kamehameha wave. And then we had a brief nostalgic look back at the history of the student council, just reminding us of a lot of little events that we saw in season 1, and poor Ishigami feeling left out because most of the stuff they mentioned he just wasn't there for because he hadn't been introduced yet. Because he just wasn't there. Mysteriously. And then, of course, the one thing he does actually get to bring up that he was there for. I mean, let's face it, how many things could he bring up that didn't result in something like that happening? I guess just a couple things. But that one in particular, he's just getting smacked around. That's a good moment to remember. And even he seemed to enjoy remembering it, until he was face down on the ground unconscious. And man, there sure was a hot second there, where they genuinely felt like that was gonna be it. Where they were gonna have to go their separate ways, at least most of them. They're gonna have to leave the student council behind. As Ishigami said, that might have been their last moment to have fun together during the moon gazing. Also, did we just get faked out by the whole movable bookcase with the hidden staircase thing? Like, they didn't even address that. Like, after he was like, okay, there's one thing we didn't check, moves out of the way, and they're like, wow, what is this? There's like a secret base of operations here. And then it just fades out, and then they never talk about it again. At the last moment, we discover a huge secret. Do they really discover it, or did that not happen? I actually don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. But anyway, then the last segment, just Kaguya trying to plan out a way to spend more time with him in, a way that could be organic without her having to ask anything of him. Even considering running for student council president herself and then making him vice president, which that probably might have worked. I don't see why it wouldn't have, but in the end she caved entirely, asking him to run for president. And that was just the most direct she's ever been, man. Outside of when she was sick and she asked him to sleep with her, but she was totally in her right of mind here. And thanks to the fact that he happened to have already filled out that form, he was able to just pull that out and be like, see, I was gonna join up the whole time, I was already gonna do it. When really, he probably wasn't. Judging by that last line, they said he had no intention of turning it in. He just filled it out, thinking about doing it, and then decided against it. And then after she said that, he's like, haha, I gotcha. The closest he's gotten to successfully 100% winning a mind game. But it was still a great moment for the two of them, Kaguya actually being able to ask something directly of him. In this case, taking it a step beyond when she tweeted out about wanting to see the fireworks. And the fact that she believes that he won that one just entirely. It's going to stoke the flames even harder to make her try to get him back for that. Indeed, the relationship continues to develop and improve. The dynamic is very different from how we started in episode 1. Like, if I were to go back and watch episode 1 and compare to where they're at now, I'm sure the difference would be quite stark. Anyway, I think that's about all I got for this one, guys, but thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. Subscribe to be updated on more. That would be fantastic, but next time we check out episode 4, Miyuki is going to run to become student council president once again for a second term. He'll probably win. I mean, who could ever beat him in the running for student council president? Everyone in school sees him as the utmost Chad, so he's unstoppable. But perhaps they'll have a new addition to the student council. Did they even have a vacancy though? I mean, there were only like 4 members, so you'd think there might be at least one spot open, right? Or maybe they're gonna run against him. I don't know, I'm just guessing here. But we'll see how all of that goes. Like it said, it'll continue next week. But for us, it will hopefully continue tomorrow instead. So, another wholesome episode to add to the collection here. Really had a good time with that one. Even some amazing laughs as well. Good times. So till we meet again, I will see you guys later.